The air in the video rental store was thick with the smell of popcorn and dust. Rows upon rows of brightly colored VHS tapes lined the shelves. Each one promised adventure, romance, or thrills. But in a forgotten corner, tucked away on the bottom shelf, lay something different. A single unmarked VHS tape. It was covered in a thick layer of dust. Etched onto the tape itself, in crude, unsettling handwriting, was a single word: Erebus. One afternoon, a group of friends wandered into the store. They were bored teenagers looking for a Friday night thrill. Their eyes scanned the shelves, searching for the perfect movie to fuel their evening. Their gaze fell upon the unmarked VHS tape. Curiosity piqued. They decided to rent it. Little did they know, they were holding a gateway to a nightmare. The friends huddled around the television, the glow of the screen illuminating their faces with anticipation. As the tape whirred to life, flickering images of an abandoned asylum flickered into view. Cracked walls, rusted bars, and an unsettling silence greeted them. They laughed, their voices echoing in the darkness of the room, dismissing the unsettling atmosphere as they settled in to enjoy what they thought would be a cheesy horror flick. The friends joked about the cheesy special effects and the over-the-top acting. They explored the asylum alongside the characters in the film, their laughter a stark contrast to the decaying grandeur of the building. They commented on the asylum's history, unaware that they were stepping deeper into a real-life horror story. As the night wore on, the tone of the film shifted, the laughter died down. The shadows on the screen seemed to twist and writhe. Whispers seemed to emanate from the television speakers, barely audible but laced with dread. The friends exchanged uneasy glances. The line between fiction and reality began to blur. A cold draft crept into the room, despite all the windows being closed. The temperature dropped, sending shivers down their spines. The shadows in the room around them deepened, mimicking the movements on the screen. The friends' laughter was replaced by a nervous silence. The characters in the film stumbled upon a hidden door concealed behind a heavy velvet curtain. Trembling, they pulled back the curtain, revealing a gaping maw of darkness. The friends watching the film held their breath. The characters on screen hesitated, then stepped through the doorway and into the abyss. The film cut to a dizzying array of images, writhing figures made of shadow and darkness, a cacophony of screams and whispers. The friends recoiled from the screen, their eyes wide with terror. One by one they tried to turn away to escape the horrors unfolding before them, but something held them captive. They couldn't tear their eyes from the screen. Panic surged through the room. One of the friends lunged for the VCR, trying to eject the tape, but it wouldn't budge. It was as if the machine itself was holding them hostage. They were trapped, forced to watch as the nightmare on the screen played on. The friends screamed for help, their voices raw with terror. But no one could hear them. They were alone, their pleas swallowed by the darkness that seemed to be seeping from the television screen. The boundary between their reality and the horrors of the film had dissolved. They were now part of the nightmare. The friends' desperate cries for help went unanswered. Days turned into nights. The tape kept rolling, the images on the screen growing more disturbing, the screams more haunting. The owner of the video store noticed the unreturned tape. He went to the address on the rental card, a gnawing sense of dread twisting in his gut. He found the house eerily silent. Inside, the television was still on, the cursed tape playing on an endless loop. The room was in disarray, as if a struggle had taken place. But the friends were gone, vanished without a trace. The owner, driven by a morbid curiosity and a strange pull he couldn't explain, put the tape in his own VCR. He too became consumed by the tape, disappearing into the abyss of Erebus. Weeks later, a new owner took over the video store. He found the unmarked VHS tape tucked away in the back. He picked it up, his fingers brushing against the crudely written title, Erebus. He had never seen this movie before. He turned the tape over in his hands, a strange sense of foreboding washing over him. On the back, scrawled in red ink, were the words "Do not play." He paused, considering the warning, but curiosity, like a siren's call, drew him in. He slipped the tape into the VCR, the screen flickered to life, pulling him into the nightmare that lay within. The cycle began anew, the tape claiming another victim, forever trapped within the cursed film, forced to relive the horrors for all eternity.